Okay, so today I'm going to be making what I consider a chicken stew. These are my carrots. I canned them myself. March of 2017, and I have it on the lid. And as you can see, they're fresh and good, and they're kind of crunchy even. Yes, we use the hemp oil for cooking, for salads that is. Anyway, I'm going to get started and I will bring you right back. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, I have my carrots, my chicken that I've rinsed and damped off with a cloth, and I have a teaspoon and a half of salt and a teaspoon of garlic, and I have a teaspoon of fresh ground cumin seeds and a half a teaspoon of pepper. And like I said, I'm doing this video for my son Jared, and he will edit it later. That's what I'm going to fry my chicken in. But I gotta get my onion and my green bell peppers going, so I will be back. Okay, I have here a large onion chopped into little pieces, and 1 1/4 bell pepper, sweet bell pepper. That's going to be going in at the same time the onion do. So I'm getting ready for my chicken. As you can see, the orange peels in the back, don't pay no mind to them. I make tea out of them, but I have to dry them first. I'm very careful when I peel it. And then there's the jar where I have the dried orange peels already, some. So here you go. We'll see. Be back. To start the chicken, I need a little bit of shortening, just enough so that I can get it to a brown on my frying pan, and I haven't turned it on yet because I don't want it to splatter on me. I'll turn it on to high until my vegetable shortening starts to smoke. And then I'll get started by putting in my chicken. And after I've browned my chicken, my onion and green bell peppers will go.
So, just baking. Not even half a teaspoon, of a cooking spoon or serving spoon, whatever you want to call it. It's a large spoon though. I'd say it's about a quarter vegetable shortening.
I always cook with shortening because if you get it just to the right temperature, the shortening falls off. It does not stay saturated. And I like that. And it's very easy to skim off the top. Okay. And as you can see, I use Bake-Rite. And this is not a commercial for Bake-Rite. This is something that my son asked me to do for him and to see if he could edit. I am going to be opening my jar of carrots, but I'm doing it one-handed right now. So let me see if I can put my phone down and so I can get it. So here goes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? And this lid I toss. I do not reuse lids, although most people do. Or some people. Not most, just some. So now I have my... And in here, all it is just salt, canning salt, and water. Hot water. And I will drain it. And as you can see, my grease is smoking. So I will start putting in my my chicken. My hands are clean. I'll bring you guys back. Okay, at this time I'm going to be putting in my green bell peppers and my onion so that they can get cooked right along with my chicken. And the onion stays nice and soft. And I used a paper plate so that I don't have to do so many dishes. I'm old, so I'll take shortcuts any way I can. My son is 14 years old. He's a blessing from the Lord. His father is my youngest child, and we adopted. He's a good kid, a bright boy. So, as you can see, the onion and the green bell pepper cooled down my pan quite a bit. So, I'm going to put the lid on it and let it steam for a little bit. And I'm going to turn you guys off, and I'll be right back. Alright, friends, so I'm going to take a little time to show you what 15 minutes will get you into. Steaming your chicken after you kind of browned it a little bit, and add your onions and green bell peppers. And I will be adding my spices one at a time and stirring it. I forgot to mention that I also need tomato sauce. A little, not much. And flour. So I'll get those ready and I'll bring you back. I'm going to have to taste it because the broth has salt. Okay, here it is. It came to a boil. I have already added all my spices to it, which was pepper, freshly ground cumin seeds, and powdered garlic. And I did not add all my salt because the liquid from my carrots that I added, it was this much liquid, and they have salt. As you can see, my carrots are empty. And I added a cup of hot water as well. I'm sorry, I taped it, but it didn't come out right, so I deleted it. But you know what I mean. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready for the flour and the tomato sauce. Okay, so I did a taste test, and to my likings, I have to add one more teaspoon of, teaspoon and a half of fresh ground cumins, and a teaspoon and a half of powdered garlic, and the rest of my salt. So here goes. It tasted good. I just, for my taste buds, I needed a little more. And after this, I'm going in with my tomato sauce. And I decided to add tomato paste. My mother always cooked with tomato paste, and this is my tomato paste. No particular brand. I just like tomato paste. It doesn't matter what brand it is. I will scrape that off in a few minutes, and I will add it onto my dish because I do not like to waste. And I will be adding a can of tomato sauce. I know this is not an advertisement for Great Value. value is just the tomato sauce that I grabbed. I also have the other name brands. When they come on sale, I purchase. I'll be adding the whole can, and it's not one of the small ones. It's a medium-sized one. 15 ounces. Okay, I'll bring you right back as soon as I'm done with this. And to the look of things, it's getting thick as it is with the onion, and the tomato paste is going to even make it thicker. So I don't know if I'm going to be adding the flour at all or not. It depends on what my broth looks like. And at the end, I will be adding my carrots. Okay, I'll bring you right back. Here we are 35 minutes into the cooking process, and it looks delicious. And as you can see, I did scrape the tomato paste off the paper plate or styrofoam, and my stew looks thick enough without flour. And if I don't add flour, it will be better for me because flour spoils faster. This way I can keep it a little longer in the fridge. Makes good leftovers. But for the time being, I will let you go, and I'll bring you right back as soon as I'm ready to add my carrots. You will see. I'm back. Here I go in with my carrots directly up on top of the chicken. My mother used to call this chicken stew. She pronounced it kind of funny because she wasn't very perfect in speaking English, but she got by. She was great. She knew a lot of English, but she was a little worse than me with her accent. And my voice changed when they did my surgery on my thyroids and removed something that I had in there. And you see how my carrots are still crisp? And they've been in the jar since 2017. And they're very firm and nice. They taste great. Imagine what they're going to taste like when they sit in that broth. That broth. Even more better. Anyway, I forgot to mention to y'all that if you feel that it needs more salt or more spices, you add them to your liking. Because people have different taste buds, and they like things a little spicier or a little saltier, and it makes it your plate, your cooking, your style. You do whatever you want. Like I said, this is just an experiment to see how well my little one edits. So as soon as it's done, I'll be right back. It's not much longer. I'm into 45 minutes already. And because it's at a slow cook, I want to make sure that chicken cooks very well. All right, be right back. Okay, my friends and family, this dish is done. And I tell you to try it if you'd like to cook, or if you like the way it looks, try it to yourself. You heard the measurements that I was posting as it went by. So enjoy. I know that we will come dinner time. But I had it at a simmer. It took me around an hour to cook. Most people make it seem like it's going to take a little time, but it doesn't, because the cooking alone was 1 hour, and the processing was about the preparing, I mean, just to prepare everything and have everything ready. It took me about 30 to 35 minutes to get everything ready. So I think that it really does take longer putting things together than it does cooking. And when I would turn my video off, my camera off, I clean. I clean what I've used so that my kitchen will be clean by the time we sit down to have dinner. And this I will serve with mashed potatoes or rice-a-roni. Sorry, it's not an advertisement. Or anything, white rice with chicken broth, caldo de pollo, that you can put on it when you're boiling it. Anything really. And enjoy. And we'll see how well it edits. And if he likes it. So, goodbye everybody. And thank you for being patient with me. Like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect cook. I'm not a chef. I'm just your friend. God bless all of you.